Hello ninth graders and welcome. In today's lesson, we're going to revise the conditional sentences, and also called if sentences. Conditionals, they are referring to two-part sentences where one part begins with if. There are two parts. One part begins with if. There are four main forms of conditionals in English, but we're going to revise the zero, first, and the second conditional. It's important to learn the form and the usage of these three conditional types. Let's start with the zero conditional. In the zero conditional, we use if plus present simple and the second clause present simple. And there's the second order present simple, if plus present simple. We use present simple in the if clauses and the present simple again in the consequence clause. This is the condition clause. This is the condition clause where we use if plus present simple. And this is the result clause where we also use the present simple tense. Looking at the concept of the zero conditional is to express facts or something that is always true. So we use the zero conditional to talk about general truth. Don't forget, it expresses facts and something that is always true. So we use it to talk about general truth. Let's look at the examples. If demand for product rises, its price rises too. If demand for product rises, its price rises too. Well, here's the condition clause, and here's the present simple tense. And the result clause also has the present simple tense. Let's look at the second example. It's in the second order. It is easier to relax if you close your eyes. Well, here's the main verb is the verb to be. And in the if clause or in the condition clause, here's the present simple tense. Take a look at the third sentence or the third example. If it rains, the grass gets wet. Here are the present simple tenses. Well, these sentences means if the condition clause is true, then the result clause will happen. So if this condition clause is true, if demand for product rises, then the result clause will happen. Its price rises too. And there's something very important that you can't forget about it, which is you have to use comma. Well, we use the comma after the conditional clause and before the result clause. But if we started the sentence with the result clause, we don't use comma. Well, now, most of the students, even advanced ones, they get confused, and sometimes they have like little mistakes in forming the present simple tenses. So I'm going to make a quick revision for the present simple tenses right away. Now let's look at the present simple verb tenses. Well, the tenses in all previous examples were in the present simple. First, let's look at the verb to be positive forms. The verb to be positive, which means affirmative forms. I am. He is. She is. We are. You are. They are. In the negative form, it's very easy. You only add not. I am not. This is in the negative form. He isn't. And here we use contractions. She isn't. We aren't. You aren't. And they aren't. Let's look at these examples and the verb to be tenses changes in the examples. It is easier to relax if you close your eyes. Look at the verb to be tense in the present simple. The second example, it isn't easy to relax if you are under pressure. Here's two examples, one in the positive and the other is in the negative form. Well, if the main verb in the sentence is not the verb to be, it's another verb. But don't forget about the S, because even advanced students do that. They forget about the S. For a few verbs, there's a spelling change before S. Let's take some examples. For example, study becomes studies. Have becomes has. Do becomes does. Go becomes goes. Well, now let's take the negative present simple form, and I will do a quick revision. So, in the present simple negative, we use don't or doesn't. plus the base form of the main verb. I don't play. You don't play. We don't play. They don't play. He doesn't play. She doesn't play. It doesn't play. Let's take an example. If I don't study, I fail my exams. Here's the negative form. We use don't with the pronoun I. And here's the present simple in the result clause. And to form questions, we use do or does. In questions, we use do or does. Look at this example. Do you feel anxious? Do you feel anxious if you have exams? Well, here's the auxiliary verb, do, and after auxiliary verbs, we use the base form, and here's the conditional clause, if, subject, and the main verb in the present simple tense. Well, thank you, ninth graders, for listening. And we will talk about first and second conditionals in tomorrow's lesson. And I will write for you your homework, and I hope that you will do it. And I will send the answers so you can check the answers. Homework. Workbook. Page 42. Exercise 2 and 3. Well, this is your homework. Have a good time and good luck.